You know, the music industry is like a predatory thing. Like,
by nature.
they take everything from you. And when he slid the contract to me, it's like
DIY.
Okay, DIYers. So I saw this clip here on Hip Hop DX. It was an interview with a artist from the West Coast. He is a force out here on the West Coast, independently doing his absolute thing in Perico. Many folks have even compared his owning of his own merchandise store and just really the way that he pushes his brand as kind of even being in line with Nip. He talks in this interview specifically with Hip Hop DX about a term that gets thrown around a lot when it talks about the music industry: predatory deals, right? Some folks even call it predatory loans.
Well, it seems like you do see the bigger picture in everything you do, and obviously you have the line that everybody talks about, like turning down the 2.5 mil, but what was the first thing that you said no to that maybe a different version of you would have said yes to?
I had a project in the streets called Enterprise 2, and it was just heavy in the streets on the underground. A lot of people was coming. And one specific scenario that I got, it's a guy I got a lot of respect for and love for too. But it's just like the
That's how it
business.
starts.
You know, the music industry is like a predatory thing. Like,
by nature,
they take everything from you. And when he slid the contract to me, it's like, you know, I read well and like comprehend well. So, you know, I went through it and it was like, damn, where do I win at?
Hold on, let me find my...
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Hold on. This is nothing new. We've heard this before, but why does it always feel like it's the same storyline no matter who you talk to? They make friends with you, and then they slide you that contract. Like, why you sliding me? Why you sliding my life away?
Just go ahead now. You don't even have to read it. Just go ahead and get your pen out.
Oh, you slide on your ops? Look at this. So he talks about somebody that he befriended, that he actually had a really significant deal on the line. And I think the old traditional record label is so used to folks doing, for lack of a better term, nigga business. They don't really have the respect that their friendship, so-called friendship, is relaying to that artist. And they always wait until it gets into the business terms where they become that shark that they always were. They kind of show their fangs at that point.
Yeah.
And they're not expecting you. First of all, you're not going to say no to me. You're going to say no to me. You know how many people would love to have this opportunity? And he asked a very valid question. And, you know, where do I win at?
They were counting on him being a little ignorant.
It's unfortunate because we know a lot of rappers that are.
Yeah. And not even to downplay them or anything, because G Perico clearly has a great literacy rate if he was able to read a contract without a lawyer. And
great entrepreneurial mind, too. Yeah.
And just go, where do I win? You know, he's saying, I see the 2.5 mil, but where do I win?
Right.
You know, I see the dollar amount.
Because I see the expectations you guys have once you give that to me, because now my time is spoken for. And I think about it from this point of view, too. Because I think it's easy to just like beat down on the labels, rightfully so, too. But I think from the perspective of if I'm a businessman and I give you $2 million, I'm your new best friend. I need to know what you're working on when you're dropping that. Wait a minute. Only we should drop that yet. So I understand that perspective.
If I loan you $100, hey, okay, so
if I loan you $5, I might still have some questions. Like, hey,
what you have for dinner?
Hey, you good?
I'm rearranging your order at Popeyes. You don't need the sandwich.
This is why I think they're so surprised when a G Perico comes around. They purposely word these contracts in a way that are tricky and that are slippery as hell.
Right.
Like, I don't really care about being super famous. It's like I grew up as a popular kid, you know?
Yeah.
Like one of them people that people talk about. So that's never really been the goal for me. It's like, how am I living? And, you know, am I stressed about bills and doing certain shit? Can I do what I want? Like,
so here's where I think the predatory term starts to kind of reveal itself, in that when you think of the word predatory, you also think of a related word in prey. Right? You may prey upon somebody, right? To me, it seems like the rappers are the individuals that would be the easiest to prey upon, are the ones who lack confidence, who may not project it in an obvious way, but they can see this is somebody who really wants to be famous because mommy and daddy didn't love him. Or it's almost like they're looking at this person and saying, oh, you would say yes to this. And they purposely put these things out there to kind of test, how much are you really about that independence that you be talking about?
Absolutely. I think that he's de-weaponizing the label as soon as he says clout is not currency to me. That is not a perk on this
love
contract for me, you know. So what else do you got? Because that's not adding value to this contract to make me sign it, and that's a loan. So what's left?
Imagine if working capital worked that way. Imagine if PayPal said, hey, we're going to loan you this money, man, but like, you know, we're going to take like 70% interest, you feel me? And like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. But think about how famous you'll be when you run those ads.
We guarantee you 1 million followers for 70% interest on this loan.
Bro, I might show up
and people are saying, let's go.
I might show up to PayPal headquarters with a problem. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how dare you push such a low grade benefit?
When you remove the glitz and glam, remove all the glitz and glam from the situation and scenario, and look at the black and white dry scenario.
Yeah.
Here's a high interest loan. Here's some followers, and I'm going to own you for the next 30 years.
You good with that?
How much is it going to take? How much money is it going to take in your loan? Because I'm going to need this back.
Are you cool with that? Does that sound good to you?
It's not even a low interest loan.
It's pretty fair to me. I know it's fair to your ass.
It's like, damn, it's not even a good loan?
It's not even a good loan.
Nah, and I'm still not content till I'm dominating every single continent. My shit go stupid, you don't think, then use your common sense. I did your wire and I know that I'm a product. When they play the new king, all the DOIs go crazy. All the DOIs go crazy. When they play the new king, all the DOIs go crazy. All the DOIs go crazy.
That's never really been the goal for me. It's like,
cloud is not
how
currency.
It's not enough.
Am I living? And, you know, am I stressed about bills and doing certain shit? Can I do what I want? Like, you know, I'm into like living a life of leisure. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the scenario was just like, you know, they own my image and likeness. So that means you own my face, dude.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, like, you know, I strategically put together how I want to look. You know what I'm saying? Outside of DNA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, completely negate the work that I did to get on your radar. You gonna just wipe that out and rebrand me. I understand that if you're the one that's shelving out the money, you should have a say, right? Because at the end of the day, even this name and this brand is sort of detached from who you are with your government name and who you are away from the stage. I wouldn't necessarily always look at it as they're taking him, because I know he's an authentic artist who is talking about the things that he has gone through, but his government name is not just G and Perico, right? This is a brand. This is something he's expanded into a clothing brand. And so I think they may look at it as, this is a product that we're both now invested into. I'm financially invested into it. You have sweat equity into this. Let's figure out how to make this product that much bigger.
Yeah.
But I think the lines do get blurred when you start to look at, is this really a partnership? Or now are you just
are you
using
an
your
investor
leverage
in me who's looking for a payout?
Yeah, exactly.
Or are you trying to just make a flip off something?
Juju McLean from United Masters on here yesterday, and he talked about Atlantic Records probably has like 300, 400 artists signed right now. 300, 400. And he said, yeah, probably only like 10% of them actually pop off. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like people who have real estate portfolios.
Flipping houses.
Flipping houses. Not every single one of them is going to yield the same results, but like, I have them. These are all my properties.
So own my image and likeness, 30% ancillary, 50% publishing, plus a 15% admin fee. Own the masters.
Where
and
do
then,
I win?
Wherever we go, whatever scenario we get outside of that is 50-50. So it's just like a...
Oh, that's a good old All-American 360 deal. That's what that sound like. Anytime you say, anytime we...
Tony Hawk 900 deal right there. God,
that's for sure, Tony Hawk. That's for sure a half man, half amazing 1080. Like, bro, like he broke down just the music for a good 15 seconds. Then he said, in addition to that, but wait, there's more. Any money that you make outside of this, yeah, I'm gonna need that too. Because I mean, you know, we know music don't really make the same kind of money it used to.
We homies, right?
We good, right?
We good.
You see, on line 52, it says partnership. You can trust me. Talk about
then y'all
it.
got the right to sell me off at any time y'all want.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Something just don't sit right with my black ass when I hear sell me off.
That sounds crazy.
So you have no commitment, no loyalty to me.
No.
It's business.
That's it.
But my question is, even when you say that's business, is there a point in time where you as a human being, like how do you have that conversation with yourself? after you've done this to dozens and dozens of people? Can you cold-hearted look in the mirror and say, I don't give a shit? And if that's who you have to become a multi-billionaire, do you want that?
These labels do.
Keep the suits out the booth.
A 1080 deal is still crazy. A Tony Hawk deal, bro.
Tony Hawk got 900 deals.
Want that Tony Hawk Underground deal? Are you underground, huh? We got a Tony Hawk Underground deal, too.
And we got a part 2. Stay tuned.
I was like, damn, can we negotiate? Yeah, you can ask for more money. And I'm like, well, you know, with all respect, like, I can't do it. And it kind of put it like a strain on a relationship.
See, that's the dangerous part about it, too, is that even after he saw how little respect that contract, let's say the individual, it's not nothing personal, but how little respect the terms of that contract had for him and as a businessman, as an artist, after he saw that, he's still treading around it a bit to where it's like, I don't think he's scared, but I do understand the power of relationships in the industry.
It's tricky.
And even when you're independent, pissing off the wrong person, Russ is dealing with it right now with Billboard and all these other folks. You piss off the wrong person, they can make it really difficult for you to do some really easy things that just spiral off the momentum that you had.
Right. Let's look at it this way. You built a business. The name of his business is G Perico, right? They come up and go, damn, you're making some good money. You got a good business. We love everything you got going on inside the building. We want to rip you off and steal it. And also, if we end up changing our mind about it, we're going to flip it.
Sell your ass off.
If you want a little more money on the loan, that's about the best we can do. That's what they offered him. They're not actually paying him anything unless the business goes crazier.
And the deal is so lopsided, they said, I mean, you can ask for more money.
Like, I can't negotiate the actual terms? No.
You know what that sound like? You know what, man? I like you. Instead of 90-10, how about 88-12? But it's like a Shark Tank episode. I've been looking at some of them deals, and I'm like, do I want to work with Mark Cuban that bad?
Look, and they're looking at you like, where else are you going to go?
You hear, baby? You hear? This big stage. It's the big stage. Where you gonna go, man? I'm gonna let him finish this off and get to some final thoughts.
And I looked at it as business, but I think he looked at it like, damn, you ain't gonna take this thing I'm introducing you to all these people. You ain't gonna, like, nah, I can't do it, dog.
Bro, the audacity.
Bro, I sauced you up. You ain't gonna let me burn you?
I sauced you up. You're not gonna let me burn you. It's a crazy way to put it. It gets really, really murky in those waters.
And this is for a successful independent artist. So what do you think's going with the ones who aren't so successful?
I can't make you any guarantees either. I give you that much of my catalog and that much of all the money. Like, here's the thing that I always think about: the sweat, the appearances, the live shows, the interviews. Yes, this is our profession and we love what we do, but it can easily become robbed of enjoyment when it becomes a hassle of a job that affects your sleeping habits, that affects your relationship with your families. If you're just married because now you got some new money and you can't even enjoy the new house that y'all just bought, you can't see a young one, the mental strain that takes alone. Now add on top of it, if they have some kind of social media interaction with people telling them they fell off because a label told them not to release nothing in this quarter because this is not a good time for your music right now. You're more so top of the year, but it's February. We're talking about top of next year.
I make November music? It's like, what are you saying?
Like, what are you really getting at? Well, based upon our stats, I gotta say, shout out to G Perico for being so transparent with it, because I know you gotta walk very carefully around that topic, because these major entities and companies are so connected that they may be the person that owns, or maybe an investor in the print on demand for your merchandise. All of a sudden your orders are coming in a little bit slower. I wonder why that is. All of a sudden they don't have this particular color that completely sells out for you.
Cooperate. That's what they want. And
I'm saying, once you sleep in bed with these folks, it's like a crazy ass ex, man. You gotta be careful, bro. You look at you, know what you stepping into. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.